Hello everyone, I'm back from the dead. In this video, I'm going to show you all how I added my OC to the Amazing Digital Circus. But first, an announcement for my subscribers, and if you don't want to hear this part, I'll put a little time on the screen that you can skip to. But this will regard the future of my channel, and it's mostly good news, so you could listen if you still want. Hey guys, it's been a while. I had some things that I needed to work through, but I feel my motivation returning again. And along with that, I have good news. 2026 is the year I lock in, and I mean it for real this time. I've said it before, but I'm actually going to do it. I changed my channel name to match my main Instagram account, and I'm officially reviving my channel. It'll take me time to figure out an upload schedule, but I'm pretty optimistic about it this time. I'll of course continue making LPS videos, but I'm gonna start sharing my other art, interests, and fandoms as well. I'm excited, but also like a little bit nervous to start this stuff because it's just new, something new. And I'm actually nervous right now while I'm recording this voiceover, which is probably pretty obvious. I want to thank everyone who stuck around for my long absence. It means a lot. And I hope you guys like the things I make in the future. I'm excited to start making more videos, and I hope you all enjoy them. Now onto the video. Most people think self-inserts are cringe, but I don't care. I love them. Fun fact for those who may not know, Yeti isn't just my mascot. He's actually my persona that I commissioned LPS Cobalt to turn into an LPS. I love him so much. He's literally me. I don't think I've ever felt this connected to a character before. He is me. I am him. I'm actually not a person. I am a blue and white dog talking to you right now. One of my favorite things to do with Yeti is add him to fandoms I'm in and to media I like. He represents me on all levels, and I have a lot of interests, so naturally I want to include him in them. He's got a pony version, an animatronic version, an LPS version, and today he gets his Amazing Digital Circus version. I'm going to show you how I designed him and yap about the show. This video will be free from finale spoilers, but I am going to talk about things that happened in previous episodes, so if you're not caught up on the series, I recommend doing that first. At the time of recording this, I somehow managed to avoid leaks and spoilers for the finale. So please, no spoilers in the comments either. I would really appreciate that. Also, this is my first time somewhat scripting a video or recording a voiceover at all. So let me know what you think in the comments if it sounds good. I hope it doesn't sound too scripted. Future videos will probably be better because I'll be less nervous. But yeah, let me know what you think. And if you think my mic sounds good, because this is a brand new mic I got specifically for voiceovers. I've wanted a Digital Circus insert character for a while now, probably ever since I watched probably the second episode, but I couldn't really figure out how to design him in a way that wasn't just a furry with the Amazing Digital Circus logo slapped onto the ref sheet. When episode 8 came out and I heard Kane mention mind files and we got to witness everyone get tortured, inspiration, what would my mind files look like? Well, I am a toy collector, so I figure why not turn Yeti into some kind of toy? I wanted him to have 90s vibes to match the show, so I started looking at toys and aesthetics from around that era. I was a bit indecisive at first, but I did finally find some things. Here's some things from my Pinterest board that I took inspiration from. I really like whatever this style is called. I came across this picture of Rolf the Wolf, I hope I said that right, Rolf the Wolf from the Rockafire Explosion. I absolutely love old plushies and stuff that has rubber or vinyl faces like this, so I had to include it. Someone on Toy House brought the existence of this vintage Yeti toy to my attention, and I am obsessed with it. I would love to add it to my collection someday. I collect a lot of things. Toys, LPS, obviously, dolls, video games. I collect pretty much anything that I think is cool. Another thing I really like is how Yetis are almost always portrayed kind of bulky and top heavy in most media. So I added that to his design. Now, all the Digital Circus characters have pretty cute designs, or cool, cute, cool, but they reflect their worst fears or insecurities. Jax is afraid of being vulnerable. Ragatha is a chronic people pleaser because of her narcissist mother. Gangle hates that she lets her emotions control her. Zubul struggles with their identity and body dysmorphia. And Pomni, I don't know, I'm not totally sure about her. I want to say she probably fears losing friendships or having friends turn on her. At least that's my interpretation of everything. Anyway, I wanted to include Yeti's fears / insecurities in his design somehow. Now, I thought about how to do this for a long time. I was like super indecisive and like I probably overthought it a bit. I decided he would be a remote controlled toy. He doesn't need the controller to move himself around, but it is possible for someone to yoink it and press buttons to make him do stuff against his will, like an actual toy, which he absolutely hates and is kind of scared of happening. But that's as far as we're going to read into that. Old RC toys had wired remotes like this, which is why his is wired too, but that also made me realize his antenna is absolutely useless, but I think it's cute, so I'm keeping it. Fun fact, the controller's shape is inspired by this LPS one, which is a good excuse for me to include Lilith's Pet Shop in his design somehow. It took me a couple tries to figure out how I wanted it attached to his body. At first, I gave him shorts with suspenders, but then I decided that looked really weird and kind of ugly, so I scrapped that entirely. And then I decided against clothes completely because I wanted his articulated joints to show more, because I thought it would look neat. And then I decided on a crossbody strap thing for it to hang on whenever he's not holding it or anything, which he really doesn't hold it much because he doesn't need to. But, you know, he can't exactly take it off because it's wired, so. You know, it'd be funny, like, if his wire got stuck on doorknobs and stuff. People who use wired earphones know what I'm talking about. You know those toys that have little Velcro slots that you can open up to get to the battery compartment? I gave him one on his back. I feel like if he was real, he'd actually be a pretty functional and cool toy. So if I ever make enough money, I'm gonna have this manufactured. This video has definitely been a learning experience. I have way too much footage. I recorded like almost over 2 hours of footage. I screen recorded myself drawing this ref sheet. Never doing that again. I definitely have to find a faster way to figure out what's the most important part of the drawing process to record, because this took me so long to go through, and I'm gonna have to go through it again because I have way too much footage for the amount of stuff that I have to talk about. Overkill. But anyway, I'm gonna yap about his lore a bit. I focused so much on his design that I almost forgot to give him lore. Anyway, since Yeti is literally me, based on myself, I thought it would make sense for his lore to basically be my own. I was thinking of how he would come across the headset. Now, I do a lot of thrifting, I go to a lot of tag sales, I find a lot, I've even gone through garbage before. I mean, you can't get much better than free, am I right? But anyways, that's how I find most of the things in my toy and physical media collections. And I feel like this is probably how Yeti came across the Digital Circus headset. He found a box of old video games and game consoles at a tag sale, brought it home, started testing them all, you know, seeing which ones work, which ones don't, and you could probably guess what happened after he tested the headset. His human design, you know, before he was in the circus would literally just be me, and I don't really want to draw myself. That's like boring. So maybe one of these days I will for fun, but I don't know. I don't really like self-portraits. I don't really like drawing myself, but one of these days I probably will. Another thing I'd love to design for him is his evil version for if he were to join the evil Big Tops, because I think that would be funny. I'm not going to do that in this video, but whenever I do, I'll probably make like a community post or something, because I'm not going to bother making a whole video for something like that, but it'll probably be something a little bit silly. I'm recording this on the 18th, which is the day before the finale release on YouTube. I'm so scared for tomorrow. I just know I'm gonna be heartbroken, and I'm also shocked that I've managed to avoid spoilers and leaks for this long. I mean, the most I've seen was a couple screenshots, but they didn't really spoil anything. It was just kind of a out of context screenshot, so. I have a few of my own theories that I don't know if other people have probably theorized this. I don't know. It's just I thought of it right after episode 8. Now, if I had to theorize for a sad ending, I'm not sure if this would actually happen. It might be too depressing, but like, considering it's just their mind files in the circus, like, I'm wondering if it's just they put the headset on, it scanned them, but then in real life, they took it off, but you know, the version of their mind in the game doesn't know that, so they feel trapped. So they're never actually going to leave the circus because it's not actually them in there, it's just a copy of their mind files. That would be a depressing ending. I kind of hope that isn't it, but I also have a feeling it might be. I don't know. I guess I'll find out tomorrow. Still don't put any spoilers in the comments, just for anyone who hasn't watched it yet. I'm gonna probably post this like a day or two after the finale. I wanted it on the finale, but I ran into annoying editor issues, so that didn't work out. Here I'm experimenting with some color palettes. I stayed very close to the original, just like I did in all his other insert designs, and just did a few small changes, like the face. It's got, you know, pretty much the same color as Rolf's skin, I guess, which is kind of weird to think about. He's got a skinned face. I changed the color of his feet. His horns are different colors now. They're kind of striped, which I think actually looks pretty cool. I almost wonder if I should include something like that in his original main design. I don't know yet. And I also gave him some blush. His controller is just plain gray, because a lot of old electronics are pretty plain. Old game controllers and consoles were all pretty plain. Almost like appliance looking in a way. I'll put a few pictures on screen of some old consoles I think are cool. And I imagine, like, his insides are plastic and they're covered in like a layer, like the part you see is fake fur that covers the plastic inside. Think of a Furby. I'm gonna put a picture of a skinned Furby on the screen right now because that's kind of what I'm thinking his insides look like if you removed his fabric layer from the outside. All the characters have little quirks that happen to them when they hold their breath. Pomni's face turns a bunch of colors. Kinger glows. That's my favorite one, probably. Yeah, those are the only two that were actually shown in the show. But Ragatha's hair sticks up. Gangel's mask spins, and Zubul basically T-poses. And Jax is too edgy to show everyone what he does when he holds his breath. So it's a mystery. But Yeti, I feel like when he held his breath, it would be something stupid, like maybe he would start uncontrollably robot dancing, or like maybe like there would be a spark between his horns or something funny like that. I don't know. Let me know if you have any ideas in the comments. The way Yeti would probably interact with the circus is like he would go on adventures and stuff just kind of to pass the time. He would probably be kind of meh for most of them, but just participate just because. But then I'm sure there'd be some that he would genuinely enjoy and have fun in. With the rest of the cast, he would probably get along the best with Kane and like Gangle, probably. Yeah, well, my personal favorite characters are Jax and Kane. Well, rest in peace, Kane. Ugh, I miss Kane and Bubble. Oh, poor Bubble. Anyway, so my favorite characters are Jax and Kane. But that doesn't necessarily mean I wouldn't exactly get along with them. At least not Jax. I probably wouldn't be able to be friends with Jax. if I was in the circus, even though I find his character interesting. But I do love Kane, and Yeti would too. Or maybe not love Kane, but he would not hate Kane. Yeah, realistically probably get along the best with Gangle and Zooble. And Kinger. How could you not get along with Kinger? I'm sure he would like Pomni, but he probably wouldn't be like a good, like a close friend. But yeah, he would like Pomni. Same with Ragatha. Once I finished the line art and coloring, I wanted to turn this into an actual ref sheet. And I wanted it to match the themes of the show. So I took, the background is just a blurred screenshot of the circus. And I tried to put his name in a font that kind of matched the logo without like just plain copying it. But I cycled through a few, but landed on this one. I think it looks decent. And the font I used for the rest of the text is just this cool pixel font that I thought looked retro video gamey. So, and I thought it fit pretty well with the themes. Anyway, we're reaching the end here. This was my first time making a video like this, and I ran into a lot of editing problems. Like, it took me hours. It should not have taken me this many hours to get this video out. But I did it. I did not let this thing beat me. I was so mad. I almost didn't post this video, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. Now that I have some practice though, I plan on making better visuals for future videos and most likely a PNG tuber for myself. But I wanted to get used to my editor and stuff before I did something like that. But in the future, I am going to have a Yeti PNG, so that makes the screen a bit more interesting to watch. But you know, most people watch these kinds of videos and like listen to them in the background of whatever they're doing anyway. So if you're doing that, comment what you're doing. I want to know. Let me know what you're working on or whatever you're doing. I'm in an awful lot of fandoms, and there's a lot more things I would love to make inserts of Yeti for, or I'm gonna. So I'm probably gonna turn this into a series, and if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned for that. Those will probably be a lot more interesting than this video because I'll just, you know, I'll be able to make it better now that I've made one. Anyway, so here's this finished design. I'm pretty happy with it. Comment your thoughts. I'd love to hear it. And if you have an Amazing Digital Circus character, let me know too. He is actually going to be on my art fight. I'm on Team Tragedy. I am super hyped for this year. So I'll link that in either the description or a pinned comment. Yeah, feel free to follow me on there and attack me if you want, or feel free to advertise your art fights in the comments, find other people, or maybe I'll follow you back, or yeah, I'd love to see you all there. Anyway, that's all I got. So thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye bye.